Hey folks, I'm here with Brandon Mason of Eastman's Hunting Journal, and I'm going to teach him how to call moose. It's just that simple. I can even teach him.
It must be easy.
So every moose makes one basic noise, and that basic noise, if we were to put it in letters, would be E-E-R-U-G-H.
E-E-R-U-G-H.
That's right, E-E-R-U-G-H, which sounds like this. Urr, urr. And once you get that basic sound down, I can then extrapolate that into all the noises moose make. So let's start with that. E-E-R-U-G-H. Urr, urr. Very good.
Urr.
Very good and very simple, isn't it?
Yep.
Urr. Just about anybody can do that. So now that we know that basic call, we got to extrapolate that into what cows do and what bulls do. So the cows put a lot of emphasis right out at the front of that, the E-E-R side of that. It's the urr.
Urr.
Exactly. Urr.
Urr.
That's right. So they're putting more E's and R's in the front end than the UGH. So a bull, on the other hand, he puts his emphasis on the back end of that call, which is the UGH. And the ER is very short, so it's a urr, 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 urr. Very good. See, in just a matter of seconds, I've made you a moose calling pro.
When do I start guiding, I guess?
You don't have to come work for me. I'm going to bring out the secret weapon now. This is my horn, my moose calling horn. This is just a simple piece of leather. I used to make them out of birch bark, but I've sat on them and broken so many of them, I started making them out of leather. So it really is just made for amplifying the sound. And it'll really help you to get your call out there. Because moose cover great distances during the rut. Because remember, they're solitary creatures, they don't come in herds, and so he's trying to find a cow. She might be 3 or 4 miles away. And so you got to really project your call in order to bring that bull in as he checks his territory. So the moose call, the horn, really helps you to do that. Let's try a couple of cow calls.
Okay. It's definitely louder, yep.
You try. Yeah, it really helps project that out there so that the moose can hear you. Now let's try a couple of bull calls. Excellent, excellent. So, folks, something like this of any nature, some sort of conical shape, will really help you to get your moose calls out there so those bulls can hear you calling. Now, in any hunting situation, especially when you're calling, your setup is really, really important too. Here at Crystal Lake, we hunt a lot of lakes and meadows. We always want to be conscious of where the wind is going, what the moose are doing. I really enjoy hunting on the side of the lakes like Grunt Lake here and making those calls and talking to the moose for quite a, because I can really reach that call out across the lake. I also really enjoy hunting back in the meadows. One of the basic rules of calling moose is you always give it an hour. It's really a mistake to sit on a lake shore and make 1 or 2 calls and think, there's no moose here. Because they cover such great distances, you've really got to give that bull a chance to find you. And sometimes they can be so quiet that you have to strain your ears to hear them. So you got to give it time. It would have been really easy to go into that meadow, call for 20 minutes and leave and not realize that you had a bull coming. Give him a chance to find you so that they don't just run around the bush trying to find some random cow that can't seem to make up her mind where she's going to be. Moose are extraordinarily patient animals. They're willing to stand there and listen to you for hours at a time. Give it time, be patient, folks. Don't just make a couple of calls and think it's no good. You've got to trust that what you're sounding like is like a moose, and the more experience you have calling them in, the more confident you'll be that you sound authentic and the moose will come to you.
Yep, just like anything, practice makes perfect, and we've been kind of listening to you, so far we're 5 days into a 10-day hunt, and we've been listening to you and practicing ourselves along the trail, and yeah, it just gets better and better as we go.
All right. Thank you, Brandon. We're going to keep trying to call that big bull in for this young man.